Black and White Network fans, we are back with another video. And boy, the government-run education system is definitely failing the American people. Folks, I'm going to beg you, remove your children from GovEd. GovEd has failed. They're taking your tax dollars and using it to groom children. We've been very, very clear about that here on this channel. They're not even hiding it anymore. The left, the Democrats, they're pushing this stuff. Wow. Folks, I probably could have made 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 videos on this topic today. But I'm going to try to sum this up in one video. Your children are being groomed. Now, even if you don't have children, you are still paying tax dollars to these school districts, and they are failing. They're indoctrinating your children. I can't be any more clear about that. Folks, check this out. Washington State, Oregon teach kindergartners, 5-year-olds, folks. There are many ways to express gender. And we all know what's going on out there in Florida. And I believe a lot of blue states now are reacting to what is going on in Florida. Because these blue states, man, they want your children. They want to sexualize your children and confuse them. And this should be illegal. But I can't believe this is actually being allowed to happen in government education. This is wrong, folks. Check this out. Public schools in Washington State and Oregon are teaching topics related to gender identity to children as young as 5. The Washington Office of Superintendent of Public Instruction, which oversees K-12 education in the state, defines gender as, quote, a social construct based on emotional, behavioral, and cultural characteristics attached to a person's assigned biological sex. I told you guys that this is what they're doing. They're teaching gender and sex as a social construct to 5-year-olds to confuse them. This is insane, guys. Insane. You parents out there in Oregon and Washington State, you better wake up, man. You better wake up, because this is ground zero, for the far left over there. Antifa, BLM, burning down cities. That's where all this stuff is happening at. When will you people wake up? Wake up. Stop voting for this. They're going to destroy your children. And I still believe the people up there in Washington and Oregon, I can't believe that they would be okay with this. The vast majority cannot be okay with this. Unbelievable. The OSPI set health education standards for all public schools in 2016, requiring children in kindergarten and first grade to learn that, quote, there are many ways to express gender, while children in second and third grade are taught that there is a range of gender roles and expression. Shouldn't they be teaching them how to read and write and do math? We learned none of this gender stuff when I was in elementary school. They let us be kids. But now, guys, the far left and Democrats, man, have just infested filth into children in school. And this is being allowed to happen. The standards sparked a backlash last month after first graders in Edmonds School District were reportedly given materials about gender pronouns that taught gender can be broken down into 3 categories: a girl, a boy, and neither or both. My God. The district defended the assignment, saying it, quote, is required to teach state standards. How in the world is that a state standard? That is not that cannot be. It can't be a state standard. Meanwhile, in Oregon, the State Board of Education adopted health education standards also in 2016, requiring kindergartners and first graders to, quote, recognize that there are many ways to express gender and to provide examples of how friends and family influence how people think, They should act on a basis of their gender. Second graders in Oregon are being taught to recognize differences and similarities of how individuals identify regarding gender and how to communicate respectfully with and about people of all genders, gender identities, gender expression, and sexual orientation. Third graders in the state are expected to be able to define sexual orientation. Third graders, as well as recognize differences and similarities of how individuals identify regarding gender or sexual orientation. Your kids are under attack. You are under attack. You people out there in Oregon and Washington State, why are you allowing this to happen? Why? They're requiring this. Now, I did a video the other day where it was actually optional in New Jersey, but the damage has already been done. Over there on the left coast, they're requiring this stuff to your little children. They want to indoctrinate them, folks. And there's some sick people out there. Let's move on to the next section here, because this is also a teacher here, a trans teacher, saying that doctors make mistakes. Now, I was actually going to do some of these videos yesterday, but then YouTube decided they didn't want to work. I couldn't get into the Black and White Network account, but I'm doing this, man. Libs of TikTok covering this, man. They are doing the Lord's work, exposing what is going on in your government-run education system. It's failing, folks. Listen to what this person had to say. This is a biological female that is identifying as a man, saying that doctors, they're taking a guess on the sex of a child. Let's roll it.
And something cool about me, Miss Hammond? All right. All right. So something that's really cool and unique about who I am is that I am transgender. So we touched a little bit about that at the beginning of this week in the book that Miss Hammond read, but I'm going to give you my explanation about what it means to be transgender as well. So when babies are born, the doctor looks at them and they make a guess about whether the baby is a boy or a girl.
Wrong. Doctors are not guessing. If the baby has the sex organs of a man, a male, then that is a boy. If the baby has a vagina, that is a girl. That is just a biological fact. The doctor is not guessing. And this man, this dude, this woman, whatever, is supposed to be a teacher.
Based on what they look like. And most of the time, that guess is 100% correct. There are no issues whatsoever. But sometimes the doctor is wrong. The doctor makes an incorrect guess. When the doctor makes a correct guess, that's when a person is called cisgender.
Now, did anybody actually even know what cisgender was before? This is a term that the Wokesters use to call, a man that's a man and a woman that's a woman. They call them cisgendered. I never knew what that term was before, but that's the term that they use. I don't use that term.
Doctor's guess is wrong. That's when they are transgender. So I'm a man, but when I was a baby, the doctors told my parents I was a girl. And so my parents gave me a name that girls typically have and bought me clothes that girls typically wear. And until I was 18 years old, everyone thought I was a girl. And this was super, super uncomfortable for me because I knew that wasn't right. The way I like to describe it is like wearing a super itchy sweater. The longer you wear it, the itchier it gets. And the only way to make the itching stop is to have everyone see and know the person that you really are. So when I was 18, I told my family and my friends that I'm really a boy. And it was like this huge weight had been lifted off of my shoulders and I had the freedom to be who I truly am. And even though this experience is super challenging sometimes, it made me the person I am, and I'm super proud to be transgender.
Wow. So this is a biological female right here saying that doctors made a mistake on the sex of the baby. Well, this person here had and still has the sex organs of a female. That is why the doctor said it was a girl. Now, in this person's head, they felt like they were something else. The doctor didn't make a mistake. But this is a teacher in Gov Ed right here. Let's roll on to the next one here, guys. This is terrifying right here. This is absolutely terrifying right here. These people are teaching your children. And this is a first grade or kindergarten teacher. I can't remember. Let's roll this.
Hi, I'm a queer teacher, and I 1000% do not support this bill. And yes, I do
Talking about the parental rights and education law in Florida.
you know what's in it. The bill in itself is just another
let's go
way
back.
teacher, and I 1000% do not support this bill. And yes, I do know what's in it.
So this person says they read the parental rights and education bill, but doesn't agree with it.
The bill in itself is just another way to stigmatize the LGBTQ plus community. Kids as young as 3 and 4 are actually aware of their gender identity, even if they don't have the language for it. Also very aware of who they like and who they don't like. Heterosexuality is pushed on our kids on a daily basis at a very young age. Media, through books, the first Disney movie that you saw. Say that pre-K
Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. She's saying that heterosexuality. And by the way, I don't know if this is a male, female. I have no idea. None whatsoever. But anyway, this person here says that heterosexuality is pushed on the students every day. Folks, you want to know why? For one thing, 99% of people, 99% of people are going to be heterosexual. That's just the way it is. Folks, heterosexuality, guess what? That's the norm. If it wasn't the normal thing, man, we'd be extinct as a species. Let's just be real about that, man. Heterosexuality is the norm. That's how we're born. That's how we're born.
through 3rd grade are not ready for such topics is actually internalized homophobia and transphobia. They're very much ready for these topics and are way more accepting than adults when it comes to discussing these topics.
But that's not up to you. It's up to the parents to determine if they want their children to learn about this.
We can talk about gender assumptions, pronouns, all the things. And it is child development appropriate and age appropriate.
No, it's not.
Literally created as just another means to other queer people. Basically say that us existing is not normal. Hi, I'm a queer teacher and I 1000...
Stop. See, these people, man, want to indoctrinate your children. They're not even hiding it, folks. This person wants to indoctrinate your child. This is scary, man. This should scare the hell out of so many people. Wake up, folks. They're not even hiding it, folks. They want to have, they absolutely want to have these conversations with your children. Don't want to teach them about history. Don't want to teach them about science. They want to sexualize your children. Wake up. This is what's happening out there. You folks need to do something about this. This is scare the hell out of you. You need to pull your kids out of Gov Ed. Gov Ed has failed them. You need to go out there and vote for politicians that preach school choice. Because I would not want my kids to be taught by these people. I wouldn't want my kids in the Oregon or Washington State school districts because of what they're doing. This is insane, man. Insane. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, this is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. But I told you guys, man, they're coming for your kids. They're coming for them, man. They're not even hiding it, folks. They're not hiding it. They want your children. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.